about it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality, is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders. Now we ain't out here moving rocks, we out here moving.
Yo, what is up? It is me. It's Key. We're back. We're in the building with another episode of the 7200 Second Podcast. And as always, I got my guy, Coach Donte, is always here. Coach, what's going on, man? How are you today?
Oh, man, I'm doing great, man. Doing awesome, man. How we doing today? How we doing?
We are good. We are good. Again, it's a slow day in the NFL. I know the NFL is usually our bread and butter, but when the season starts, we're going to be talking about it. But off-season stuff, OTA started, so you can see your team get in there, get some chemistry together. Seeing some good balls by some players, like Caleb Williams is trying to get it together with DJ Moore. I did see that. Of course, Saquon Barkley with the Eagles looking like he's ready to go. Jalen Hurts is healthy, so he got his speed back. Seeing Zeke over there in Dallas, seeing CJ throwing to Diggs. Look like y'all got another weapon over there too. In the Texans that CJ could be thrown to, I did see. So OTAs definitely would get chemistry together. But over the next couple of episodes, me and Coach will be breaking down our predictions, and also we will have our list who we think will be top 10 QB. Will my list be similar to his and vice versa? So that's always going to be fun. You know, of course, quarterbacks, running backs, tight ends, wide receivers, and of course, you know, some on the defensive side. So we're going through. Of course, we're not going to go through all the positions because we're not going to do offensive line and all that good stuff. You know, we'll probably do linebackers, safeties, corners, just a top 10, not the whole, 40 like we usually, would see us do. But just a 10 for right now. No, I'm excited for football to start training camp. We'll get down to the nitty-gritty of things. That's when they get down in depth. Preseason will be here. As soon as you know it, the regular season will be here. In exactly 113 days is when things start. But we're going to kick things off here with the NBA. The NBA, the conference rounds are finally here. But before we go into that, always got to shout out people in the chat. Appreciate y'all. Daniel, Jonelle, what's going on? Donte, I see you. Appreciate you. Thank you. And always being in here, I definitely appreciate you. Again, we are 11 episodes, y'all. 11 episodes away from 100. And again, make sure y'all look out for information on how to get your name into the drawing. We are doing 3 drawings. One is the jersey giveaway, of course, NFL jersey of your choosing, or just pretty much a jersey of your choosing. We a sports show all around. It don't just got to be NFL. You can say, hey, Coach and Key, I want a LeBron James jersey, or I want a Jose Altuve jersey giveaway of your choice. Is what it could be. You won't even cover hockey, but if you want a hockey jersey, we'll get you a hockey jersey. So, but a jersey of your choosing. If your sport is NFL, definitely we'll do that. But anyway, the jersey giveaway. Then we have the second drawing will be the 7,200 second shirt, and then third will be the hat. So 3 people will win something. So just be on the lookout when that comes. But we are 11 away. But the conference finals are here, but before we get into the conference finals, we had to get into the game 7s that got the teams here to the conference finals. And the one game on Saturday, the Mavericks and the Thunder, and I knew the Thunder wasn't ready yet. Great overall story, number 1 seed in the West. Great young squad. They still missing a big. They're missing the big. If they get that big, then maybe next year they can go further. But I had them second round exit, and I was right. Dallas Mavericks in a close game, 117 to 116, takes the series 4 games to 2. Kyrie Irving, one of the best handles in the NBA. Kyrie Irving, 22 points. Luka Doncic, of course, triple-double, 29 points. You had Gafford with 10. Jones Jr., Derrick Jones Jr. contributed with 6, and P.J. Washington had 9. But then you had Lively come off the bench with 12. And on OKC side, of course, you had Chet Holmgren with 21 points, Jalen Williams with 22, SGA, your MVP runner-up with 36 points, Isaiah Joe. Yeah, I remember him go to the damn Thunder, and he in the playoffs further than he did with the Sixers, 11 points. Luke Dort, 11 points. Donte, first off, you got to give props to OKC. All year and all season, they got to the second round in the playoffs. Nobody thought they would get this far with all those draft picks they had. They're finally coming to their own. But how was Dallas able to beat the Thunder?
Experience, being there before. Luka and Kyrie just basically being there before. I think the Thunder are the best young team in the NBA. I don't think their big man is a problem. I just think they're inexperienced. I just think Dallas have the most experience of them when you look at them play. They both made threes in this game. Dallas shot a high percentage from the 3-point line at 47%, and they lost. They kicked the Thunder ass on the boards, 47-31. So they got pretty much killed on the rebounds. Offensive rebounds was 14-7. They gave up too many offensive rebounds as well. They moved the ball around as well pretty well, and also they scored 10 fast break points as well. So other than that, I just think the OKC Thunder, I just think they didn't have enough experience, but it was a good season. It was a good season for them. Thunder fans should be proud of now next year. That becomes even bigger because now your goal is to get to the Western Conference Finals. Your goal is not to get to the second round and lose again. Your goal is to get to the Western Conference Finals due to the fact that you already was here, that you got here, and most people expect you to be in this position in the playoffs. And the best you could do is win this first round matchup and go to the second round. They did that, but other than that, their expectation is gonna be more higher next year. Is to get to the Western Conference Finals and to make that leap. We'll see what they do in the offseason. So again, like you said, Chet Holmgren, had 21 points. He was good. He was very good. Shot 1 of 7 from 3. Got to improve on that 3-point ball. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had a great game, man. A great series all around. But Derrick Jones Jr. 22 points. That's a lot for Derrick Jones Jr. Kyrie Irving ended up with 22. Luka ended up with 29. Gafford ended up with 10. You had Derek Lively ended up with 12. So the Dallas got contribution all over the bench and the floor. So this series just basically came down to experience, and Dallas had the experience of being into the Western Conference Finals before, especially Kyrie Irving, just going to the NBA Finals and just winning the NBA Finals.
Facts. Kyrie came up clutch. Like I said, just experience. OKC, even if OKC forced it to Game 7, I think Dallas still would have won. In my opinion, it's just I think Dallas is coming along. This is their second time in 3 seasons they went to the Western Conference Finals. So, I mean, Dallas is doing something right. They got some quality people finally that can help out Luka. Kyrie's definitely one. Lively is good, a good rookie. P.J. Washington is good when he's on. Getting Daniel Gafford was definitely a plus for them. I like Gafford wherever he was, whether it was with Washington, Chicago. Gafford is very underrated. He can get you some boards. He can play good defense. He can get you, he can get you some buckets when needed. So definitely Gafford was a big addition because they had Christian Wood, and Christian Wood didn't do poop. See what Christian Wood did with the Lakers? Absolutely nothing. So, but yeah, so Dallas moves on. Let's talk about the other game. Game 7. We had Denver going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves, and long and behold, the Timberwolves got it done. Timberwolves got 3 wins in Denver, and then Mike Malone throws a hissy fit because you want to get all butthurt because the reporter asked you something. You lost a 20-point lead, sir. You lost a 20-point lead, and don't be a sore loser. You should have set Joker down some so he can catch his breath. He was gassed in the fourth quarter. How was Minnesota able to slay before you answer that? Jaden McDaniels, 23 points. You had Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert was looking like Dirk Nowitzki. Did you see the fadeaway turnaround shot he did? French fry with the shot like 13 points. You had Mr. No Show, 5 fouls though. He stayed in there, 23 points. Conley gave you 10, Edwards gave you 16, and then Nas Reed coming off the bench with some hefty minutes, playing some great defense on Denver with 11 points. And you had Aaron Gordon was non-existent. He was sometimey in some games. Same thing on Michael Porter Jr. Michael Porter Jr. had a lot of stuff on his plate, knowing that his knuckleheaded brothers was doing. One getting banned from the league, one going to jail for DUI. What was going on in the Porter household? So he had a lot of things on his brain. He was sometimey in some games. He didn't show up. 7 points. Jokic had 34. Murray had 35. KCP had 5, and that's really all your production came from. So how was Minnesota able to knock off the champs?
Elite defense. They played all year long. Michael Porter Jr. stunk this whole series. Shot 25% from the 3-point line, averaged 7 points per game. That's god awful. Caldwell Pope didn't do nothing all series either. Aaron Gordon didn't do nothing in game 7. Jokic did all he could. Murray did all he could, actually. Minnesota, you just got to get them credit. I mean, they played great defense, throughout this whole series. And, Jaden McDaniels, the one game you needed him, he stepped up with 23 points. I got to give credit to Mr. No-Show. He carried the Timberwolves in this game. I'll do with Ant only scoring 16, 6 for 24. You got to give credit to Mr. No-Show. He played well. He played great in this game. I mean, even though he did go 1 for 6, but he played great. His offense was there, and he stepped up in a big game when you needed him the most. So it just came down, to defense. Nas Reed came in. Reason why he was the 6th man of the year. Got a couple of putbacks, couple of threes he made. They was more aggressive. They had 30 free throws in this game. They made 10 threes in this game as well. But fast break points, they had 13. They out fast break them. They had 13 points on a fast break. So again, you just got to give Minnesota defense credit. You just got to give them defense credit. And Karl-Anthony Towns, Nas Reed, and all of them guys. Mike Conley even hit a big 3 as well when the shot clock was running down. So you just got to give Minnesota credit. They defense won them this series.
That's most definitely. Nobody counted Minnesota to win this series, but they definitely did. So it's going to be a good series between Minnesota and Dallas. We'll get to our picks in a second. But the other game 7 that they had was the Pacers and the Knicks. Pacers move on 130 to 109. The Knicks was just broken. Injuries. OG couldn't go. Josh Hart wasn't 100%. Then Jalen Brunson fractured his hand. Once he left, it was a wrap. And the Pacers could not miss. They were shooting lights out. Even if Brunson and all those guys was fully healthy, you think the Knicks would be playing Boston right now?
Like I said, I think they would, but I don't want to make no excuses for them. I mean, they was able to play. They was able to play in the game. So, I'm like I say, I focus on all that. If you're able to go out there and play, then I'm gonna just basically hold you accountable and hold the team accountable. And knowing that you hurt, and you should not have played in that game. But again, the team still decided to put you out there, and you still decide to play. So other than that, I'm not going to make no excuses for it. I think the Pacers won this because they were the better team in this series. So other than that, even if they were healthy, I'll say the New York Knicks would have won this series. But again, I'm not going to make no excuses for them because they still play basketball, went out there and played ball, and Jalen Brunson started getting hurt in the Philadelphia series. He started getting battered and beaten up really in the Philadelphia 76ers series. So he was already hurt coming into this series and banged up coming into this series. So other than that, I just think the Pacers won because they were the better team. Having Pascal Siakam on the team really do help the Pacers out a lot with championship experience and stuff like that. He already know he won a championship, and you remember that guy Pascal Siakam real good, huh, Key? That played for Toronto, that beat the Sixers on that Kawhi Leonard shot. Yup, he's in the Eastern Conference Finals for his second time. Yup, Aaron Neesmith, wow, from Boston. He's in the Eastern Conference Finals. Playing his old team, had 19 points in this game. Miles Turner played well in the series. My boy Andrew Nembhard played well with 20 points. Tyrese Halliburton with 26 points. The more and more I look at that Sacramento trade, the more and more I think about Halliburton and the Pacers got winning that trade right now because making it to the Eastern Conference Finals. So again, the Pacers just was the better team in this game. And Obi Toppin getting revenge on the team that actually traded him too. So again, there was a lot of good stories in this game. They were 20. They were 13 of 24 from the 3-point line, 54%. They made.
I know Alec Burks got 26 off the bench.
Alec Burks had 26 off the bench. They out rebounded the Knicks, 33 rebounds. They had 33 assists in this game too. That ball was moving around for the Indiana Pacers as well. I mean, the Pacers were the better team in this series. They were the better team, no doubt. You got to give credit where credit due. And I thought the Sixers kind of beat up the kind of got to win about it, even though they didn't win the series and they sat on the couch, but they kind of got to win about it because they kind of beat New York up a little bit in that series.
What's the biggest offseason question for the Knicks? I know, are they going to bring back OG? Are they going to add another star to the team to help Brunson? And what do you think about Tom Thibodeau's coaching style? Did this coaching style work? I know he has a reputation of running down players. Derrick Rose is one of them. Derrick Rose in his prime before his injury, MVP level. Do you see that happening if he's still there with Brunson? Do you think he's going to run Brunson down and all the other guys?
I mean, if you don't got nobody else that you can play off the bench like that, I mean, you just got outside of Brunson. Who else you got? You got Miles McBride. You got Deuce McBride. You playing off the bench. I think they need to improve their depth on the bench. I think you focus on. I think they're going to end up getting somebody. To be honest, I think they're going to end up trying to go for a Donovan Mitchell or someone like that. They could be easily targeting him if he decides to leave Cleveland. Or if that's not the route you go, you just focus on signing Anunoby back and just hope your roster is healthy. See what Julius Randle is about as well. See what him about, because he could have also helped in this series as well if he played. So yeah, you just if you can't get a big name star now, which is I think they could, but I would suggest them to run it back with healthy bodies and with Julius Randle coming back.
That was the biggest offseason question was with Randall. Was they going to trade him during the regular season? You see he didn't get traded. But New York still has something to look up for. Getting a steal with Brunson. If Dallas would have gave him a chance, I'm sure there would be no Kyrie right now over there. But New York will be fine. We'll see. Tibbs did get them there, and we'll see what Mr. Leon can do. Is he going to bring in the big name? Is he going to go after Donovan Mitchell, or is he going to go after somebody else? Kevin Durant could be on the move again. We all know KD. But anyway,
let me elaborate this. By the way, Dallas did give him an opportunity. Jalen Brunson just walked. He didn't give him the meeting. He walked. He walked on his own. He didn't even give Dallas a meeting. So, and plus his daddy coach over there. Rick Brunson, he coaches over there. So part of the reason why he went over there. So he basically walked. He didn't even give him by far a meeting on Dallas. But anyway, Dallas, still got back to where they wanted to go. So, it seemed like it worked out for Dallas.
All right. Let me see. Before we get into last night's recap of the Eastern Conference Finals, Coach, who is number one on your list today?
All right, number one may shock you a little bit, and it may not. So, I'm going to go number 5, De'Arica Hamby for the.
You got the Sparks on the list.
Yeah, De'Arica Hamby, 17 and 18 rebounds last night in a big win for the Las Vegas Aces. Cameron Brink already looked like the defensive player of the year the way she's played. Arika Jackson looked really good as well last night against the they got a big win against the Storm, right? They played y'all.
No, they played
Mystics. Okay, yeah. That's what she had, the 17 and 18. So yeah. Number 4, I got my girl T-Mac. If y'all don't know who T-Mac is, Tiara McCowan. 21-14 against the Atlanta Dream. They finally beat us out of we're gonna go back to last year when we beat them 6 times in a row. Basically, we beat them 3 times in the regular season, and we beat them 5 because we played a 3-game series, wasn't it? We beat them 2-0 to advance to go play the Aces. So they did 5 times in a row, and they finally got their get back last night. But Tiara McCowan's been playing excellent basketball. The only thing about her is her attitude, but no doubt about it, she's a hell of a basketball player. So got to get that to her 21-14. So other than that, number 3, you got Jaylen Brown. 26, 5-7 last night. Had some big shots last night. The big 3-pointer to tie the game up last night. That was very good. Number 2, you got JT, 36 points, 12 rebounds for JT. And number 1 is Khalil Copper from last night. Against the Las Vegas Aces.
Drop the 30
and we got to see that girl this coming week too. Yeah, by the way, we fucking beat up, but other than that, but yeah, we got to see that girl this coming week. But 37 points, 4 rebounds, and Khalil Copper earns the number one on coach's list this weekend. Khalil Copper, 37 points.
I wonder where Khalil Copper is from. Philadelphia's own. Khalil Copper in the building for the Mercury there. I totally forgot she got traded there. Used to be with the Sky. Got a chip with the Sky. Candace Parker before she left. But let's get down to the nitty-gritty things here. Last night's game, the first game of the Eastern Conference Finals against the Boston Celtics and the Pacers. And Boston gets it done in overtime. He needed overtime to do so, 133-128. As you heard, coach on the list, both Jaylen Brown and Tatum was on his list. So Tatum did have 36. Horford contributed with 15. You had Drew Holiday, 28 points from Holiday. Derek White, 15 points and 26 from Jaylen Brown. Didn't really do much off the bench. TJ McConnell, still a great player, come off the bench. Damn it, I miss TJ. I'm gonna keep saying it.
Y'all had TJ McConnell?
Yes, we had TJ McConnell.
I didn't even know y'all had him.
He got 13 points from TJ off the bench. Holly had 25. You had Nimbar with 12. He played excellent defense as well when he was in there. Naismith fouled out. He had 14. Turner 23. And then you had Siakam with 24. How did the Pacers lose this game? Because they started off hot. They started off slow, but then they came back, tied it up at the half. You had Jaylen Brown hitting that clutch shot. The turnovers was horrible. Turnovers was the worst. But did the Pacers just blow any chances of winning this series by that loss last night?
Yeah, they possibly did. And like I always say, you can't win a game having 22 turnovers, not against Boston. You can't win a game like that. You're not gonna beat an AAU basketball team having 22 turnovers in a ball game. So they got to take better care of the basketball. They got to do a better job of executing down the stretch. Al Horford, 15 points last night. I know Key, you remember that guy really well, huh? He played for the Six. Look at Key. He played for the Sixers.
Doc Rivers thought it was a good idea to have Horford and Joel out there at the same time.
Yep, and then he come back. He beat the Sixers, and now look where he at. He on the verge of trying to get to another NBA Finals, and that's the one thing on his resume he haven't won. But I leave something about people that go to Philadelphia, man. It's just something about that side don't sit right. But other than that, Drew Holiday had a great game as well, man. This man played well, 28 points last night as well. Man, when you have Jason Tatum, Drew Holiday, and Jaylen Brown all dropping over 20 points, that's pretty good. Yeah, Peyton Pritchard off the bench with 8, putting in 8 points. But like I say, I think the turnovers really killed the Pacers last night. Pretty much bad execution down the stretch. The three really killed them. That put it in overtime by Jaylen Brown right there. And also, they scored 21 points off those turnovers as well. They scored 21 points off those turnovers. They had 16 fast break points. They had 58 points in the paint. So Pacers couldn't guard anything. Just like they couldn't do all year. They couldn't guard anybody all year. They just was very good on offense.
Yeah, turnovers killed them. You can't win games like that. Definitely can't win games like that. With Boston, they stuck in there. They had their I thought that they were going home, but Indy fumbled that bag with a couple seconds left in that fourth quarter. Is Tatum under the most pressure to win it all, or win the title now?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you want to call him a superstar, yep, he's on the most pressure. I think this Boston team as a whole is up under the most pressure. I think this Boston team as a whole, they got to win the championship. They got to win it all. They had their opportunities. They've been there. They lost to the Golden State Warriors. They also been in the Eastern Conference Finals as well. So yeah, I mean, again, you got to get over that hump. No matter what team, no matter if it's Dallas or Minnesota, you got to find a way to get over that hump. You just got to find a way to get over that hump. And Elias, I think they will. I do have, if they do beat Indiana, I do have Boston winning the NBA Finals if they do beat Indiana. And got some 5-minute breaking news that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is eligible for a Supermax 4 years, $296 million.
Did you see Luka's?
Yep.
Oh my God, Luka's eligible as well, and 5 years, $346.
Damn.
Because that the NBA is getting more money from different streaming services they're going to be owning and rights to, so more money's going to be coming in. So, but 346, that's crazy. So, NBA stars who are ineligible for all NBA due to newly incorporated rules: Joel Embiid, Trae Young, Kyrie Irving, Julius Randle, Donovan Mitchell, and Kristaps Porzingis. So they are ineligible there. But it's now or bust for Boston. It's now or bust.
Yep, it's now.
But will it be a failure if they don't win? Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Because there's something about Joe Mazzulla I don't know. I just don't know about him. But if your coach is still there, Ume, if he didn't do the dirt that he did in Boston, if Boston would have just been like, all right, maybe take this year off, we'll bring you back type of thing, I wouldn't have got rid of him. You see, Houston gave him a second chance. You see how much improved Houston got. I wanted Udoka because I knew Doc was going to get fired. I wanted him in Philly.
Y'all can't have everybody now.
Look, I can dream, right? So, but if he was still there, definitely he would have had a championship, because this first year as Boston head coach, they went to the finals. They just couldn't punch it in. So it would definitely be an ultimate failure if Boston don't win. What's going on, Travis?
Hey, well, email you, Doke. I'm glad you decided to do the dirty at the right time, man. Just don't do it out here in Houston.
Then you had Wemby being the first, becoming the first in NBA history to make the all-defensive first team as a rookie. So Wemby was the first team. Also, Rudy Gobert, you had Bam Adebayo, Herb Jones, and Anthony Davis is all also on the first team. I think on the second team was Caruso, Jalen Suggs, Jalen McDaniels, Derek White, and Drew Holiday.
Mm-hmm.
Where you're all NBA defensive team. Coming into this series, I still got Boston in 6. I think the Pacers get 2 games. This should be Boston series to win. Punch their ticket to the finals. You got Boston as well?
Yeah, I got Boston.
Free Wemby. They just need to put some pieces around Wemby. That's all. Atlanta gets the number 1 pick this year. Again, the worst team does not get the number 1 pick.
This ain't the NFL.
Detroit got gypped again. And guess what? They was the worst team in the NBA last year, and they got number 5. They was the worst team in the NBA this year, and guess what they got?
Same number.
Number 5.
Didn't improve. They got this number back here, y'all. Number 5. They got that number back there.
Coach Donte with the custom hoodie. But yeah, so it's, I just don't know. But In the Western Conference Finals, we got the Dallas Mavericks and the T-Wolves. That game tips off tonight. Matter of fact, it's going to tip off in a couple of minutes. Who do you got in this series?
I got the Dallas Mavericks in this series.
Ooh.
Yep, I'm pulling up. I'm not gonna say it's an upset. I'm definitely not gonna say it's an upset because again, the West is so tough, man. Anybody can be beat in the West. But I just really believe Luka, and by having that experience with Kyrie Irving to be able to knock down big shots when it matters the most, when you need a shot, the ability for him to knock it down, I like it. And I think Dallas defense and rim protection with Daniel Gafford and Derek Lively, I think, and Derrick Jones Jr. on the perimeter. PJ Washington can play some very good defense as well. I think this series will be interesting. I think this series will be a long series. I got Dallas in 7 games.
I'm gonna go Minnesota in 7. I think this series go down 7. It's gonna be a great matchup in my opinion. I'm gonna take Minnesota. Anthony Edwards just took the face of the NBA away from Ja Morant because Ja was hot and up and coming. Anthony Edwards came in and just swooped it right in front of him because Ja wanted to be dumb. But Anthony Edwards, man, is special. He can defense, shoot the 3 when he's off. His teammates pick him up. The Minnesota has a great squad. Y'all know I don't like Gobert, but he's a part of the team too, and we'll see if they keep Gobert around. But Karl Anthony Towns definitely gotta show up. Don't be Mr. No Show in the Western Conference Finals because you gonna get called out, sir.
Hey! I got one thing. Karl Anthony Townsend really in the Western Conference Finals?
Ain't that crazy?
Before Joel Embiid is? That's crazy, huh? Why is everybody making a conference final before this man? That's crazy.
Because he can never stay his ass on the court. That's why. Joel can never stay on the court when we need him to. But anyway, everybody goes to the conference finals before the Sixers. Look, we got to put out the first round this year, not the second. The first, we didn't even sniff the series. Okay? We didn't even sniff it. So I said, the Sixers is going to drive me to drink. That's all. That's all. I got the sparks to believe in too, but we're going to talk WNBA a little bit too. But I think Minnesota winning 7. It's going to be a great series. It's going to be a great series. Tonight, definitely going to see what them guys do. What else other questions did I have to ask here? Win the series, we already got that. All right, so which team was the biggest disappointment this postseason?
The team, the biggest disappointment this postseason. If I have to say the biggest disappointment, I'm gonna say, man, it's hard. It's hard.
Shit, they gonna eat the damn cat food. Hold on.
I knew the Milwaukee Bucks have an outside chance of losing because Giannis was out. I really wanted to see if Giannis would have played, how much of a difference they would have been versus Indiana. I really wanted to see that. I want to say, and again, I kind of want to say Phoenix, but we already saw it coming. We already saw Phoenix. We already saw that coming out of Phoenix. I wanted to say Phoenix. We already saw that coming. I guess, you know what? I want to say New Orleans, but I don't think Zion played. Did Zion even play in that series against New Orleans, against the Thunder? Did he play?
Did he play?
I don't think he did. So I knew the Bucks was gonna lose a series. I knew the Bucks was gonna find a way to lose a series, because Giannis was out. You had the Cleveland Cavaliers. You can easily say no. Cavaliers won a series. The Lakers. That's disappointing because you was up every single game and you end up losing the game every single time. You was up every single game and you end up losing every game that you was up by 20, I believe, in game number 2.
20, yep. 20 points.
20 points and you lost that. You was up by double digits at game 3 and you end up losing that game. They was up. They actually outplayed Denver the whole series and they still end up losing. The Sixers, I kind of said they weren't better than New York this year. I don't want to say them, but they did. They was up game 1, they lost. They was up game 2, they lost. They won game 3, which is much needed. They let Jalen Brunson go out for 45. They lost in game 4. They won game. They played in game 5. That was a big game 5 win. Tyrese Maxey saved them right there. In game 6, they were up and they lost. So both of those teams have similarities, but I'm gonna go with the Lakers. The Lakers outplayed Denver throughout the whole series and still lost the series, and still was able to lose that series. That series is really closer than what everybody thought it was, and that's why that's how you knew Denver was more vulnerable than anything. But yeah, I'm gonna just say the Lakers because again, you knew Phoenix was gonna lose. You knew they weren't gonna go far. You knew the Clippers were gonna lose when they lost Kawhi Leonard. You kind of knew that. New Orleans, you can say they disappointed because they got swept by OKC. Now you wouldn't think it was gonna be a sweep, but they got swept by OKC. So everything I expected that happened, it kind of happened. You knew the Bucks were gonna lose without Giannis. It was an outside chance they would lose without Giannis in that Pacers series, but I'm gonna say the disappointment was the Lakers because the way they lost the series.
Like I don't want to necessarily go Denver because they're the champs, but there were times where they could have won the series. So I'm not gonna put Denver at the top of my list. Do I want to put the Sixers as a big disappointment? No, because I'm used to disappointment every season. So it's a disappointment every season when we in the playoffs. So I'm not going to say the Sixers. Phoenix, yeah, maybe I'm gonna go Phoenix because you get Bradley Beal here. He really don't do much. Kevin Durant can only do so much. Book can only do so much. They have no bench. Y'all set Frank Vogel up to fail. Frank Vogel was begging y'all to get a point guard. Y'all didn't get nobody. Who? Isaiah Thomas? Y'all gonna get Isaiah Thomas. Y'all get Royce O'Neal. That's not a needle mover. Grayson Allen, he played lights out when he was in there. That's not a needle mover. And now they're in cap hell. They can't do the Sun can't do nothing. Nothing. They can't do anything. So I'm going to put Phoenix as that disappointment. Because they got swept. They couldn't even win.
They got swept.
They couldn't even win a game.
But I kind of knew. I didn't pick them because I kind of knew. Because you can't do nothing without a bench. You can't do anything without a bench. We pretty much already knew they were depleted and they would have a chance to lose that series. And also, I still wasn't high on Minnesota at that time. I still thought Minnesota was going to find a way to come into their own self. But Minnesota stayed consistent all year long, and they were just really good this year. They were just really great this year. So I had to give it to Minnesota. But their depth, I didn't pick Phoenix because of their depth, man. Their depth wasn't going to allow them to go deeper in the playoffs, and that's going to allow KD and Booker T to play a lot more minutes, play more and more minutes, pretty much play the whole game. So I already knew they was bound for this. They was bound to lose the series. If it's in the first round or the second round, they were bound to lose.
Yeah. So no, I'm gonna just say the Suns. Can't win no bench, y'all. I mean, y'all wanted to give up the house, the car, the kid, the dog, the arena. You know, you have to throw the mascot in there just for Beal. Yeah, Bill should have just stayed in Washington. Should just stayed in Washington. Hold up, my computer's about to die. Should just stayed in Washington. But anyway, that's it for the That's it for the NBA. I mean, again, the Western Conference Finals is definitely starting, heating up. Probably opening tip probably just started, but in the WNBA, we got to talk about the ladies. My Sparks finally got the win last night, beating the Mystics 70-68. Definitely a great game. Cameron Brink with 2 back-to-back blocks on Shakira Austin to seal the deal. Cameron Brink's defense is going to be elite. They already got her up as the rookie of the year already over Caitlin Clark. But you had Dawson with 6, Austin with 6, Austin with 12. You had Van Loo, she another rookie. I think that's the 30. Is that the 31-year-old rookie? It's a rookie that's 31. Is that her? Yes, it is. She is a 31-year-old rookie. Very Lou, 31 years old. She a rookie. She had 12 points. Samuelson had 9. Atkins had 9. You had Leah Edwards come off the bench with 10. Erica Hamby been playing lights out, 17 points. Lexi Brown had 20. Kia Nurse had 13. But the Sparks get it done. The Dream finally beat the Wings. Billings, 20 points. Somebody who we got rid of. Y'all pick her up. You get 20 points out of her. Agumbawale, Enrique's gonna get her points, 24 points. And then T-Mac, she gets 21. But the Dream, you had Parker Titus get 16. Tina Charles had 12. Gray had 21. Ryan Howard 15. Powers had some points off the bench. Then you had the Mercury beat the Aces. Kalia Copper again with the 38 points. Shuts down the Aces, beat the Aces by 10. Mercury's 2-1. So, Copper and Tarazi out there. They got a good team. Natisha Howard, Tarazi, of course, going to get you some minutes. Sophie Cunningham over there about to fight somebody over there with the Mercury. I forget who she's about to fight. Clark had 4. Stokes had 11. Asia Wilson going to get her numbers, 21 points. Kelsey Plum, 27. Jackie Young had 23. They still definitely missing Alicia Gray to get them together. But how are you liking the WNBA so far?
Man, I love it, man. Like I said, I love it. Some competitive back. I don't like the goddamn Fever going 0-4, right? I don't 0-3. I don't like that right now. But other than that, I like it, man. I think WNBA off to a great start, man. We starting to come up on WNBA, man. Like I said, they getting 2 new teams here. About something we've been really asking for that's going to expand it a little bit more better and get more competition, probably more out there. It's going to possibly can get more games in a season, and then it's going to be a opportunity for these players that get drafted to go on that expansion team, man, and give it a go. So other than that, I love the WNBA right now. Love the way Cameron Brick is playing. Love the way Arika Jackson is playing as well. I just love the way Angel Reese is getting involved pretty much. These rookies starting to be good. Starting to show a very good impression in the WNBA. I don't like the way Camila Cardoso decides to play every game in South Carolina, and then she gets hurt when she enters the WNBA.
Cardoso is coming back June 1st, y'all. Cardoso will be back with Chicago Sky June 1st. Leave her alone, Donte.
Man, that's something weird. That's strange right there. That's strange right there. You play every game in college, but then you get hurt. You wait till the WNBA to get messed over, man. But like I say, shout out to Camila Cardoso. She's gonna get better soon. She's gonna be
what's going on,
Burn. She's gonna be pretty well. And I don't like the injuries that my Wings got. I did not know. First of all, I did not know Satu Sabli was hurt coming into this year. I didn't know when she got hurt. Natasha Howard gets hurt the second Sky game. She was in a walking boot. Kalani Brown gets hurt in the second Sky game. And man, I don't make excuses about injuries, but when it's starting to pile up and get too much, then that should be a problem. But anyway, we still have to lead 2 games. 2 games we still have to lead, and we should have won both of them. So other than that, we got to execute. We got to execute down the stretch. Got to execute on offense, and other people got to step up. Other people got to step up and play. And like I said, I like Malik Billings' game. She's been playing well. Tiara McCowan is very good inside, but again, Satu Sabli and not having Natasha Howard, basically two all-stars, that's hurt right now. That definitely makes a difference. How the Dallas Wings play. So I love the WNBA, man, especially the way these rookies are playing basketball, and even Kate Martin out there contributing for the Aces.
Yeah, Kate. The rookies are setting up. Nika Mule finally is set to make her debut with the Storm. She got her visa issues together. She can play now. Caitlin Clark did have an ankle injury the last game, but she is expected to play. Still, the Fever hasn't won a game yet, but just for them games they're playing, you can see they're starting to pull it together. Aaliyah Boston, you still that was a great look, but she still got to make that layup. She got to make that layup. To tie that game up. CC is struggling again. It's kind of hard because, mind you, she went deep into the women's tournament. Finally went to the championship game. The draft happens. Training camp is literally like a couple of weeks, and then you got the game. So there's no time for her to like click right then and there. So it's going to take time, but she will be fine. She's going to get you some buckets, but I need her teammates to call out them damn screens, because that's what I was told when I was on the court on the team. You tell your teammates the screen is coming. Yo, watch the screen. She been running into some brick walls with them screens. Alyssa Thomas had a good one. Boop, she flew. I forget who set the other screen there, but
Brianna Stewart set a hard. She just buckled. She buckled badly too. She buckled up on that.
Oh my goodness! But Caitlin Clark will be fine. Angel Reese, on the other hand, again, the two different athletes. Angel Reese is gonna be fine. They doubted her too. Angel Reese is going, especially she getting Cordurso back. Oh, watch out, Chicago Sky, y'all. Just watch out for the Sky. Yeah. Connecticut Sun.
It's tough. It's been tough for Caitlin Clark. I mean, she went to the national championship again, the draft, and then you have to start training camp. But then what's so bad about it? You come out of training camp, you have a preseason. You come out of preseason, and guess who you got? You got the best defense in the WNBA twice. And you got the New York Liberty. And you have to play the New York Liberty. So, again, you got the best defense in the league in Connecticut twice. You have to play them twice. And you have to play the New York Liberty, who made the WNBA finals last year, too. So, that's not an easy flowing. Again, and then, will they get their first win in Seattle? That will remain to be seen. Seattle gonna be looking at. I think Seattle just won their first game, if I'm not mistaken. They just won their first game, I believe. So they're gonna be coming and looking, not let that happen. But something don't look right in Indiana. I mean, Erica Wheeler. I mean, not being productive, and the offense should run through Aaliyah Boston a lot more. You got too many people that need the ball in their hand. You know, Elisa Smith, she needs the ball in her hand to be effective. Kelsey Mitchell needs the ball a lot in her hand to be effective. You got Caitlin Clark need the ball in her hand. You got Boston that need the ball. They got to figure something out, man. They got to figure out if they want to run the offense to Aaliyah Boston, or if you're going to have Caitlin Clark running screening roll, that will be fine. And if Caitlin Clark going to be turning that ball over like she is, again, have us playing off the ball a little bit more.
In her defense, some of them turnovers ain't on her fault. Tell the teammates to catch the damn ball.
I mean, they're not her fault, but I mean, if you're going to be turning the ball over like that, I mean, try something else. Just have her run off some screens and stuff. She's a good player off the screen. So again, and when you have the ball a lot, you're going to turn the ball over. So again, you're going to turn the ball over a lot when you have the ball a lot in your hand. But I just think, I mean, rather if it's a lineup change, got to be switched. I feel like if you got to switch a lineup and you go with Kelsey Mitchell or someone, add a little bit more scoring up in there, I think that will be fine. But again, I just don't like the way this season is going to end up going. I think they're going to end up getting some momentum, but it doesn't look good for that coach. And I said something about that damn coach. If you didn't improve off that damn 9-win season that they had, which is they didn't improve by much. They
won 2 extra games last year.
That ain't no damn improvement. That's 2 extra games. That's just 2 extra games.
And y'all starting off better. Look, we said didn't we say 17 games was they ceiling? 17
to 15 game was pretty much my ceiling for them, but it don't, like I say, it just really doesn't look good. It really doesn't look good for them, man, because like I said, I was looking at I would really actually, let me see.
I don't think they'll win a game this month of May.
Man, they 0-4. Okay, they 0-4 right now. So look, they don't get any easier. They got to play the Sparks in LA. The Sparks.
I might do that game on Friday.
Man, if you do that game, they may lose that one. The Sparks. But I'm gonna be with I'm off Friday, so I may end up joining if you do that one. They got the Storm. The Storm got Jewel Lloyd. They're gonna be destined to win that game at home. You got to play the Sparks in LA, and guess who you got to play the next game. You got to play the Aces. The Aces just lost against the goddamn Mercury. You got to play. Could this be the first home win? I mean, you got to play the LA Sparks again at home, and maybe you got to play the Storm back to back at home. So maybe you can get a couple of dubs right there. You got to play the Chicago Sky in the Commissioner's Cup. You got to do the Liberty again. The Fever, the Connecticut Sun, the Dream. Their schedule is really tough, man. So they got to get win. They can easily be 0-6 these next two games.
You gotta play Connecticut again.
Mm-hmm.
Told you my new crush, Dejanay Carrington, y'all. Lord have mercy. But anyway, y'all, she locked her up. Carrington is playing lights out this year. I know last year she was a little bit injury prone, but she's coming into her own with the Twin Towers and the Bonner and Alyssa Thomas. Connecticut could be a contender for the championship. They can give the Aces a run for their money. The Aces, I know they're dominant. They still don't look all, they're the favorites to win, but they got some hiccups as well. The Aces can be beat now. But it's definitely going to be interesting. As the season picks up. But they did put all their eggs in their basket because of Caitlin Clark. They wanted to make sure she was on TV. So you're still gonna get Caitlin Clark on your TV. Again, nothing else too much that we had. I know the Phillies are winning 10-3 over the Rangers right now, hottest team in baseball in the NL. They are the favorites to win the NL. But Phillies, you gotta win it all now. It's important. If you don't go to the postseason, the World Series, and win it all, this will be a waste. It'll be a waste. Ranger Suarez playing the best baseball of his life, 9-0. Straight starts, 9-0. Willer's being the ace that he is. Nola is coming around. It's the back end of the pitching rotation that I'm worrying about. Then you got the bats heating up. Bryce Harper. Bohm is leading, is like second in RBIs in the NL. You got Schwarber hitting DH. Trey Turner's out with an injury. You got people filling in for him. Cody Clemens is filling in for him. Marsh is getting done. The whole team is hitting. So keep up the momentum. Gotta do it into the postseason. Everybody was talking about your Astros, Donte, but they heating back up. They getting right back in the swing of things. Of course, over there you got the Yankees and Juan Soto and the Oilers. Vegas needs Vegas needs an NBA team. They'll have all their teams complete. Yankees and Phillies in the World Series.
Is that the Las Vegas Aces, huh?
No, you're talking about NBA.
Oh, NBA Vegas. Okay.
Yeah. He said the Mariners suck. he said all my damn teams suck.
That's crazy.
I said the Heat got some upside.
The Heat give you the most hope though.
Yeah, they show enough because you ain't gonna get no hope from the Marlins.
Everybody else just goddamn god awful.
You ain't gonna get no hope from Jacksonville.
Everybody else just awful.
But there you go, guys. Again, another one in the books. Had to go over some baseball, WNBA and NBA. Next week we will kick it off with our top 10 QB list. We'll see if me and Donte will have the similar list, or will his list be better than mine, or will mine be better than his? It don't really matter. You know why? Because it's our opinion on who top 10 is, and y'all better not at me and give me no grief if y'all disagree with it. You know why? Because I don't care. Because you know why? Because it's my top 10.
Y'all know I don't give a damn if you disagree with me. You know that for damn sure.
But It's going to be realistic. It ain't going to be no foolishness or having somebody poopy and be number one like Dak Prescott. He will never be number one on my list. Will he be on my list? And he may be in the top 10, but he won't be number one. But we don't know. But make sure y'all tune in tomorrow, next week again, episode 90, y'all. Y'all just don't understand. We are close, 11 away. Make sure y'all look out for how to get your names drawn into the drawing. What I think what we're going to do is after the 99th show, we're not going to do the 100th right back to back. We might take a week just so we can promote it and I want a chance to have everyone drawn in. Again, 3 giveaways, jersey of your choosing. Don't have to be NFL. You might win an NBA jersey. The jersey you're choosing for the first place, you get a 7,200 second for the second winner and a 7,200 seconds hat. So 3 winners we'll have. Again, look out for the post. It'll be on Facebook. It'll be on Twitter. It'll be on YouTube, Instagram. Wherever you are subscribed to us, make sure you are hitting either me or Coach Donte up to get into your draw, to get your name in there. Y'all don't want to miss it. We'll do the wheel on live so y'all won't see that I'm cheating. So make sure y'all are into that. And again, the 100th episode will bring people on, chop it up, but it just can't be any old body now. Just can't be any old body. We'll bust it up and we'll put the link in the chat. But if you backstage and we don't gotta push that button. We don't gotta push the button. So, but for myself, Coach Donte, any word before we roll out of here?
Yeah, and Cool, you are banned from coming up. You can just stay in the chat. You are banned from coming up.
Cool ain't gonna come up. You know why? Because he don't want no smoke.
He ain't gonna come up. He ain't gonna come up. And just in case, he banned from coming up. You can stay in the chat, but you banned from coming up.
I forgot about Paige Becker when she come on next year. Woo, Lord, that's gonna be crazy. Phillies can beat the Dodgers. I don't trust them. Oh, can beat the Dodgers. I don't trust them. Got you. It's very well possible. But
yeah, well, can you trust any Philadelphia goddamn team right now at this point? You trust them?
The Phillies is giving me hope, Donte. Don't please. They let me down. They let me down in the Diamondback series.
They let you down in Diamondback. Y'all knew y'all gonna lose to the Astro. Y'all knew y'all gonna lose my Astro. That wasn't even that. But last year, the way y'all lost to the Diamondback, that was crazy. That was a heartbroken. That was if y'all don't.
Craig Kimbrell.
Hey.
And then Craig Kimbrell, and then you put him back out there again the next night. He does the same thing. That was a killer.
Hey, Burn, if you're listening to this, look, this has been hilarious and funny and crazy. The Sixers lose to the Raptors. Ball on a Kawhi Leonard shot. Joel Embiid goes in the back crying. They don't recover after that. The Philadelphia Phillies, they lose to the Houston Astros. They get beat by the Diamondbacks the very next year, and they had a lead too. And you had the Eagles. They get to the Super Bowl. They lose the first round of the playoffs to Baker Mayfield. That's funny. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
And then the Flyers just
give a lot of hope. I can say the Eagles do. If I had to, this is what I'm gonna do.
Facts.
I think the Eagles.
Facts, Vic.
I think the Eagles have the best shot of winning a Super Bowl before the Phillies do. That's what I'm gonna just say that. I think the Philadelphia Eagles have the best shot of winning the Super Bowl before the Phillies do.
Sadly but true. But we're gonna get on out of here, y'all.
Got more hope for the Eagles than the Phillies I got.
Appreciate y'all for being here. Make sure y'all tune in next Wednesday. Same time.
It wasn't just no damn horrible coordinating. It wasn't no damn horrible coordinating now.
Yeah, it was all around.
Top 5 quarterback. You got a top 5 quarterback too. You got to bust his ass too. You can't just say it was a coordinator fault. They have fault in it though. They do have fault in it, but hey, you have a top 5 quarterback. I want Jalen Hurts to play like a top 5 quarterback.
All right, y'all, there you have it. We're going to get them out of here. Love, peace, and hair grease. Enjoy the Western Conference Finals game 1. I'm going to be watching this drawing to see where what's going to happen. But tune in next week, and we will see y'all later. Peace.
I'm on top.
Yo,
Yeah.
no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got